How did Chamillionaire become financially free? We're going to talk about that in this video. Starting with some background, Chamillionaire, born Hakeem Sareki, is a Houston-based music artist who would go on to becoming a famous investor. He is the founder of the group The Color Changing Clique, which ran from 2001 to 2005. During that run, he would grow himself up for his solo career on his label, chamillitary Entertainments. From the success that was found in the 2000s, he would push himself outside in business to truly grow his fortune. Let's get into his different revenue streams. Going into music, Chamillionaire has released 36 plus projects. During the 2000s, it wouldn't be surprising to receive multiple Chamillionaire projects within 1 year. He released over 7 projects in just 2005. His debut studio album, The Sound of Revenge, went on to sell over 1.5 million copies in 2005. With the amount of projects he was releasing at the time and the consistency he had in listeners, this was bringing him multiple platinum songs and millions to his pockets. Chamillionaire also owned a majority of his music under chamillitary Entertainment, which would bring even more to his pockets. Each project released under chamillitary would net him over 2 million just from the massive listens and the large ownership percentage. Receiving at least $2 million from each project released would bring him the money he needed to start getting into investing. It is also important to note that his label chamillitary Entertainment has mostly been independent. At some points, they did distribute under Universal Records until about 2011. Once that fully ended, he took full control of his catalog, making him even more. Now that we talked about what set him up for success, let's talk about where Chamillionaire made money to get him to that net worth of over 50 million, and that is investing. Early in his investing career, Chamillionaire invested 1.5 million into the talent agency Maker Studios, which would then go on to bring him a return of investment of $20 million after the company was sold to Disney in 2014. 1.5 to 20 million from analyzing the potential success of a company and making a move on it. This isn't even close to the only success story that Chamillionaire has from investing. That was just the beginning. In 2015, he would join Upfront Ventures, which is a venture capitalist firm. Chamillionaire was an in-house investor where he could build his portfolio up. He would become an early investor in companies like Ring, which sold for $1 billion to Amazon. Chamillionaire was also an early investor in Lyft and Cruise, which would later be acquired by General Motors. There is no doubt in saying that Chamillionaire has an eye for investments. His track record has been very successful. That brings me to something cool I wanted to talk about, which is his annual investment competitions. This is where he invites startups to pitch their ideas for him, similar to like Shark Tank. He has done this with budgets up to $100,000 for investments. 2 winners of his competition is Fleeting, which is a mobile truck driver app, giving truck drivers more options when it comes to delivering. I personally think that is awesome and very innovative for the future of driving. The other winner was Sienna's Sauce, which is a food brand that can be spread out through distribution. Personally, I also think it is awesome that Chamillionaire holds investing pitches, because not only is he helping these companies become successful, but opening up more opportunities for himself just by being in front of companies that he might not have heard of. In the end, whether it's his competition or his personal angel investing profile, Chamillionaire is bringing in millions from the return on his investments. There is no stopping him now, as he has been successful and will continue to be successful with what he invests in. This brings me to the question, what is next for Chamillionaire? His career as a rapper has slowed down a lot, but I think we can still get music from him in the future. He has been focused on investing over the past 10 years, which has taken his time. Chamillionaire is big into tech investments, so I think we will continue to see him invest more in that industry. He is an owner of his own tech app, Convos, which has been growing since 2019. Chamillionaire will continue to stick with his bread and butter and grow tech apps like his own and other outside investments. I think we can see more diverse investments like we did with Sienna Sauce. Chamillionaire has a high win percentage of his tech investments, but he knows the power of diversity. I think we can see him branch off into even more industries. I didn't mention it, but he also owns his own auto body shop. Overall, Chamillionaire will continue to make millions from his investments as he continues to grow as an experienced investor. In summary, Chamillionaire had a great run in the 2000s, which built him up that income he needed to start investing. That is great because just when his music career started to slow down, his investing career started. He has been successful with investments like Maker Studio, Ring, and Lyft. This led him to branch out his investments more into other companies, even starting his own pitch competitions. CHAMILLIONAIRE has a diverse / successful investment portfolio, and that doesn't even include basic securities he would also be invested in, like stocks and bonds. With the empire that CHAMILLIONAIRE has built up for himself, this led him to building generational wealth and becoming financially free. And that is how CHAMILLIONAIRE became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should talk about next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.